Good evening. It's Monday, June 8, 2020 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim, and here's all you need to know in Newsbits tonight. The University of the Philippines-Cebu community has launched a petition to compel the administration to file charges against the Cebu City Police for the dispersal of protesters and trespassing during the June 5 Black Friday protest. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
The University of the Philippines-Cebu community has launched a petition to compel the university administration to file charges against the Cebu City Police Office. UP-CEBU condemned the CCPO for the dispersal of protesters and trespassing last June 5 that led to the arrest of 7 UP students and 1 bystander. The students were protesting against the passage of the anti-terror bill on Friday inside the campus when policemen arrived. They arrested some protesters for mass gathering. The police filed charges against the students for violations of Section 13, Batas Pambansa 880, which prohibits the holding of public assembly without having a permit, violation of Section 9 of the Republic Act 11332, and simple disobedience of the revised penal code. But UP-CEBU says what happened last June 5 was a violation of the UP-DND Accord of 1989 that states that members of the AFP, PCINP or CAFGO shall not interfere with the peaceful protest actions by UP constituents within UP premises. Arrested last Friday were Jaime Paglinawan of Bayan Central Visayas, Joanna Veloso of the National Union of Students of the Philippines, Bern Canedo of UP-CEBU Student Council, Janry Uban of Food Not Bomb Cebu, I. King, an alumnus, and Clement Vente Corominos. They were released this afternoon with no bail amount required. Police earlier said the 8 violated the general community quarantine guidelines. Chari Coronel, Newsbits Tonight.
New cases of the coronavirus disease have been reported today in the cities of Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, Mandaue, Talisay, and 4 municipalities in the province of Cebu. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
The Cebu City Health Department recorded 127 new infections of coronavirus disease today, bringing the total count of cases in the city to 2,883. The City Health says the 127 new cases came from Barangays Apas, Bakayan, Panilad, Pasak Pardo, Basak San Nicolas, Luz, Buhisan, Bulacau, Busay, Calamba, Kamputhaw, Capitol Site, Careta, Cogon Ramos, Dulho Fatima, Guadalupe, Inayawan, Kalubihan, Kasambagan, Kinasangan, Labangon, Lahug, Lorega, San Miguel, Mabolo, Mambaling, Pahina Central, Pardo, Pasil, Punta Princesa, Quiyot, Sambag 1 and 2, San Antonio, San Nicolas Central, San Roque, Sawang Calero, Santo Niño, Suba, Tipadilla, Talamban, Tejero, Tinago, and Tisa. Aside from the new cases, the City Health also recorded 56 new recoveries, 25 of which came from Barangay Dulho Fatima, Mambaling with 23 and Mabolo with 2, while Barangays Tejero, Suba, Kamputhaw, Labangon, Lorega, San Miguel, and Tisa with 1 recovery each. Cebu City now has 1,627 recoveries and 32 mortalities. In Lapu-Lapu City, 16 new cases of COVID-19 were recorded today, bringing the total count of cases in the city to 137. 14 of the new cases came from Barangay Pusok and 1 each from Barangays Agos and Barigondon. 7 COVID-19 patients were also discharged from the city's isolation facility after they were declared virus-free today. City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office Head Najil Banyasha says 6 of them are residents of Sitio Santa Maria in Barangay Pusok. The number of recoveries in the city rose to 57. The Mandaue City government also logged 8 new cases of COVID-19 today, raising their total count of cases to 320. 6 of the new cases came from Barangay Mantuyong and 1 case each from Barangays Umapad and Kasili. Meanwhile, Cebu Province recorded 10 new cases today, raising the total count of cases in the province to 291. Governor Gwendolyn Garcia says 4 came from Consolacion, 3 from Talisay City, and 1 each from towns of Palamban, Minglanilla, and Tabuelan. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits Tonight.
Mandaue City will soon have bicycle lanes to provide safer roads for cyclists. The Mandaue City government also announced that it will not require the registration of the bicycles. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
Bicycle lanes will soon be placed in Mandaue City. Attorney John Edu Ibanez, the executive secretary of Mayor Jonas Cortez, says the city has started procuring the paint needed in marking the bike lanes in the designated roads within the city. He also announced that the city will not require registration of bikes. He says bike lanes will be installed along A.S. Fortuna Street, A.C. Cortez Avenue, P. Borgo Street, Gomez Street, A. Del Rosario Street, A. Lugarta Street, E.O. Perez Street, Zueleg Street, Owano Avenue, Mantawi Drive, and S.B. Cabahog Street. The city also identified limited bike lanes that can only be accessed from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. This will be placed along H. Abellana Street, M. C. Briones Street, Emil Quezon Street, and H. Cortez Street. Cebu City Mayor Edgardo Labella earlier announced on his Facebook page that a bicycle lane will soon be established in the city. He also suspended the mandatory registration of bicycles and the prohibition on their use on city streets effective June 6. Some Cebuanos have been using bicycles as mode of transportation due to lack of public transit amid the coronavirus disease pandemic. Chari Coronel, Newsbits Tonight.
Business chambers in Cebu have said businesses have been affected by the lack of public transportation since Cebu City transitioned to general community quarantine last June 1. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
Business chambers in Cebu are looking forward for more means of transportation so more employees could go to work under the new normal. Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Felix Taguiam says businesses are trying to open since June 1 when Cebu City transitioned to general community quarantine. The chamber is hoping that more means of transportation will be opened so there will be more economic activities that will be made available. However, with the rising numbers of COVID-19 cases in the city, Taguiam says they are trying to approach the reopening of businesses with precaution. Mandaue Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Stephen Yu says public transportation is still a struggle for businesses. Yu says public and private sectors have to work hand in hand in order to achieve economic recovery. Yu pointed out that the public sector has continued created an environment to jumpstart recovery. The Philippine Statistics Authority noted that around 7.3 million Filipinos lost their jobs in April this year, the time when businesses halted their operations due to lockdown implementation. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lim. Good evening.